and welcome back. If you are still here, hello, I'm so glad you are. Today we are going to be dedicating this whole entire video to this one stencil. And the one in question, of course, is the the Cloud Builder, which I'm going to be doing in a rainbow color. Now you might be thinking, hi lordy woman, one whole video for one stencil? But yes indeed, that is exactly what I'm going to be doing. And I'm also going to be doing a rainbow again. So yeah, sue me. We are going to be using the lightest color of all of the colors in the range, except for Misty, Coast and Warm Buff. I did actually eventually as well realize that I needed a little bit more pink, so I did add in sparkling pink, I want to say. Sparkling rose even. There you go. Right, so with this, first part of the video is going to be all in kind of real time, so you see how I approach ink blending, basically. When I do my clouds, I like to have quite a firm line along the stencil itself, and then a really soft blend upwards, with a little bit of space in between each of the cloud layers, just to kind of bring in a little bit of depth, I guess you could say. I think that's probably the best way to describe it, is to bring in a little bit of depth, so that you see that it's not just all kind of one panel with lots of color and a little bit of texture pattern. And in between each of these color layers, I will be wiping the stencil with just a teeny tiny bit of kitchen roll. Nothing fancy. I am not a fan of baby wipes. No ma'am, or sir, or they. No, I am not. I don't like the smell, I don't like the feel, and I don't like the fussy bitty bits that I leave behind. So we'll be using old-fashioned kitchen roll. Yes. So the first color there that we used was Slumber. And then we're going to go in with the Sky Blue. And I know I say this every time I use this, but look at this color. This is like, oh, it's making my soul hum, this color. So gorgeous. And to kind of go in with the whole technique thing, as you can see, I'm holding my brush by the actual brush head. And you need to show the boss who's boss, basically. So you need to show the brush who's boss. That was a bit of a tongue twister. So you want to have a firm grip of the actual brush itself, but that doesn't necessarily mean applying a very firm pressure. So when you want a nice smooth blend, you're going to want a light pressure, but still you're going to want to hold on to that brush so you have control of where the ink is going. So as I said, you know, I've just I wiped off the stencil, and then I'm actually swapping the smaller clouds to the bigger clouds, just again to kind of just bring in a little bit of texture, and the only way really you can with when it comes to cloudy ink blending is by changing up the sizes a little bit. And we are going to continue this for another few colors, and then we're going to skip, because there's only so many times I can explain this without you sort of thinking, okay, yeah, I got it now. All right, let me go practice myself. So as I said, firm grip on the brush, dab, dab, dab onto your ink pad, tap, tap, tap on your ink pad lid, and then firmly but gently rub that brush in circular motions to drop off your ink. And you want to keep an eye on where the edge of the actual stencil is. So you're going to want to see it. You see here now, you can kind of see how it's building up, and then of course I'm covering it up. But at the end there, you can kind of see that there is a very clear blue line, and then we're going to just gently bring up that blue to kind of smooth out the color a little bit. I'm hoping you get what I mean, because I'm kind of thinking back on what I just said, and I'm like bossing the brush and brushing the boss, you know, it's, yeah. I might need to start actually writing things down before I do these voiceovers, instead of just kind of jimmy-jamming along and hoping for the best. But if you're getting confused, just turn the sound off and watch instead of listening to my jibber jabbering, because yes, I'm yes, not even quite sure exactly where I'm going myself with this, but okay, let's start it again. Firm grip. Rub-a-dub-a-dub on your ink pad. Tap, tap, tap on your ink lid. Gently but firmly. Rub in gentle circles. Add that ink gradually. Start at the edge of your stencil. Build upwards. And as I said, if you want a really, really smooth sort of finish, like really light, you gentle the pressure of your actual brush, not the grip on the brush. I hope that makes sense. That actually kind of made sense in my head. So I'm thinking, hopefully, we're going to get there. But we are very, very soon, we're going to skip into kind of, you know, the next few colors. So the first one at the top there is Slumber. And then we have Sky Blue. And then we have Ocean Breeze. This one I want to say is Mint. Or maybe Fresh Pear. No, Mint and then Fresh Pear. Now we're doing Lemon Whip. Fuzzy Peach. Or Peach Fuzz even. And then we did Ballet Slipper. And then I did add the Sparkling Rose. And now final color, Soft Lilac. And there we have it. So each time you just kind of move down the stencil between sort of 1 inch to 1/2 inch, just depending on which side of the stencil you're using. And so that was that, I thought. But, you know, I looked at this and I thought, okay, what else can I do with this? Because apparently I cannot just stop at that. So I thought, okay, let's first off cut this down so I can actually use it to make a card. So we're going to be using these slimline dies, and these are the stitched rectangle ones. And I've already pre-cut this, so we're just going to have a little look. So yeah, and a little bit of a cleanup and a little bit of a throw around. So there we have it. But then I thought, okay, so what can I do now? Because I don't want to cover that up too much because it's very pretty. So what to do, right? A few of you might know, but yes, the new Glimmer Paste is coming out again. But so is the stencil. So we're not going to just cover this whole thing up. No. We're going to add a little bit on some of the clouds. Not all of them, just a few. And again, just to, I think if you were to do it on every single one, it might just be a little bit too much. I can hear you gasping in horror. Too much sparkle? Erica, you gone nuts. Quite possibly, yes. But I can always do another one with all the sparkle. Because you can see here, I'm kind of hesitant. Do I go all over or do I just do a little bit? And I did decide in the end, I'm just going to kind of go along the cloud edge. So you can see that my stencil is not all the way up to where the ink is. It's just a fraction lower. So we're going to get a little bit of a wide edge with the Glimmer Paste, and then that's going to go over into the colored parts. So I thought, okay, well, you know, do this one first and see how it looks, and I like it. I really like it. And then I was lucky because this next piece, I didn't even have to clean off my stencil before I moved on to the next stage. But if you do realize that you have turned your stencil this way and that way and 20 ways to Sundays, you know, you are going to want to clean it off in between because it is sticky and it will stick to your project. So yes, make sure you clean it off if you need to. And it's better that something takes a little bit too long than that you ruin something that is going fabulously, right? So we are just, as I said here, we're just going to kind of add a little bit of this sparkly yumminess to, well, I guess I don't really need to have a reason to add all sparkle, do I? Add all sparkle? Here I go again with the crazy talk. I don't really need a reason to add sparkles. And because I do love my sparkles. And I think, well, you know, rainbows and sparkles and yeah, it's all good, isn't it? I can kind of see a bit of a sparkly unicorn hopping along the clouds here. What do you think? I haven't actually turned this into a card yet. I don't know whether I even will. I might just hang it up on my or in my craft room and have it as a sparkly sort of eye candy for those days when everything just feels a bit meh and I just need something fun and colourful and sparkly to look at to kind of spark my creativity. What do you think? Should I turn this into a card? And what should I put on the card in that case? If you have any ideas, drop a comment down below and we shall see if I take it into consideration. But for now, that's it. Look at that. Ah, la 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 la. I do love me some sparkles. Just in case that wasn't overly clear, you know. But I will link everything down below. And of course, I'm using affiliate links. So if you do shop these, I will get a small commission from PinkFresh Studios directly. Thank you so much if you choose to support me this way. Shopping with affiliate links do not cost you anything. So make sure you support your favorite crafters. And if that happens to be me, yay! Okay, see you soon.